Daily Devotion with Pastor Balla for May 28th, 2020 from Joshua chapter 20, Cities of Refuge. Verse 1, Then the Lord said to Joshua, Say to the people of Israel, Appoint cities of refuge, of which I spoke to you through Moses. Cities of refuge? Yes, but there would be a few qualifications. Verse 3, That the manslayer who strikes any person without intent or unknowingly may flee there. They shall be for you a refuge from the avenger of blood. The avenger of blood almost sounds like some Hollywood horror film. But we may remember God saying in Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 35, Vengeance is mine. Then why would God allow the avenger of blood? The avenger of blood was like the law enforcement and judicial courts, sort of wrapped up in one. Remember, only God knows the heart. So us human beings do make mistakes from time to time, so God set up these cities of refuge sort of as a check and balance system. Verse 4, He shall flee to one of these cities, and shall stand at the entrance of the gate of the city, and explain his case to the elders of that city. And they shall take him into the city, and give him a place, and he shall remain with them. Would you bring someone who killed, even if it was an accident, into your house? Or would you help them get settled into your city? Wow, this is a little bit of a different type of situation. Verse 5, And if the avenger of blood pursues him, they shall not give up the manslayer into his hand, because he struck his neighbor unknowingly and did not hate him in the past. Wow, you can imagine this could get really messy at times. Verse 6, And he shall remain in that city until he has stood before the congregation for judgment, until the death of him who is the high priest at the time. Then the manslayer may return to his own town and his own home, to the town from which he fled. I guess they did have some sort of statute of limitations. Once the high priest died, then I guess that's it. Everyone can kind of go home. You may remember from Exodus chapter 21, verse 23 through 25, But if there is harm, then you shall pay life for life, eye for eye, tooth for tooth, hand for hand, foot for foot, burn for burn, wound for wound, stripe for stripe. So why would God now allow an exception? Well, God loves his creation, especially people. God forgives through Jesus Christ. And before we go down that path that we might be thinking in the back of our minds, God needs to be consistent with no exceptions, we need to hear and consider the words of Jesus from Matthew chapter 5, verse 21. You have heard that it was said to those of old, You shall not murder, and whoever murders will be liable to judgment. But I say to you that everyone who is angry with his brother will be liable to judgment. Whoever insults his brother will be liable to the council, and whoever says, You fool, will be liable to the hell of fire. Oops. Jesus explains what murder is all about. It's about anger, which includes all of us. So if you think about it, we all need this city of refuge. And that is exactly what heaven is all about. We are sinners deserving death for our anger and a lot more. But God, by his grace, doesn't give us what we deserve. Instead, he welcomes us into his home, into his own city of refuge, the city of God in heaven above. Join me again tomorrow as we remember there is only one altar. God's peace and many blessings be with you, and thank you for watching, and please take an opportunity to share this video with others. If you have enjoyed these daily devotions, please consider making a donation to Peace Lutheran Church, 24024 West Main Street, Plainfield, Illinois, 60544. Thank you again for watching.